Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am doing a 300 subscriber challenge, which means I need at least 10 subscribers a day to reach my goal at the end of the month. If you are watching this, you're already in. So hit the subscribe button and also hit the I can't tell you much about marriage because I ain't married, but I will say that my parents have been married my entire life. I want one of those marriages where you see those old people and they still walking down the street holding hands. They still fighting like two old people, but they look happy and that they really, really love each other. And I think the only way for people to find those types of genuine relationships is to stop with all of this modern day crap that TikTok and everything else is thrown at us. The love language, his height, and how much money is he making, and all of this stupid stuff that we looking at, and none of that has anything to do with the love that we need. I think the only way we'll find that genuineness is if we are genuine with each other. Just be genuine, honest, and genuine, and put God first. How you get married but also don't believe in God? Marriage came from the Bible. That's where it started from. You have to go to a church to do it. You need a priest or a pastor to ordain the marriage. How do you take God out of that equation? You need to marry God first and then tell him to send us a spouse. Men and women. And then being a provider and a nurturer. I believe men are supposed to be a provider. But this world today, this society today has put that in a box of he just need to be paying all the bills and giving money and buying stuff. And I think that goes beyond that. Providing protection, providing her with a safe place to be her, a safe place to feel completely and truly loved and safe emotionally, physically, and mentally. Providing space for her to be whatever she wants to be. Like if she wants to not work and be with the kids, start a business. Providing the support for whatever she wants to do and not pushing her down. Because it's easy for a man to push a woman down because you're bigger, you're stronger. If you're the head or you're making more money, so you feel like you just push her into the corner and she just wash your dishes, wash your clothes, make your babies, take care of the kids, have sex with you. And then you have the rest of the house. You got a man cave. You get to go out with your friends. And because you paying all the bills, that means you're a provider. No, that's not providing anything. You're not providing what you need to provide. Because now all you're doing is providing her with a job that don't pay her nothing. Just because you paying all the bills doesn't mean you shouldn't be pitching in, helping washing dishes. It shouldn't mean that you shouldn't help her with the kids. It doesn't mean that you don't wash clothes yourself or clean up. Providing her with support wherever she may need it. And not making her feel bad for needing it. Not making her feel like she owes you something for needing it or for helping her. And being a nurturer, I believe for a man, means definitely being a soft spot. When a man comes home, I believe the house should be peaceful and at peace. And I mean, you ever been in one of those kind of houses that even if it's loud, even if it's people over and TV's up and people talking, it's not what it sounds like that makes it peaceful. It's what it feels like. It's like when you walk in, you feel like you're surrounded by angels. It's like a peaceful experience. That's what they want to come home to. not nagging and come home. Where you at? What you doing? I was texting you. Nobody wants to hear that. And I do notice, I find it interesting because me being the kind of woman that I am, a lot of times people tell me, oh, you too nice, and she's soft-spoken, people don't like it. But it's hilarious because those same guys be going after those real feisty girls, and they be all loud and fussing them out. But then you notice after they've been in a relationship for a while, they look so annoyed because that she didn't change. She was loud and ratchet when you met her, and she's still loud and ratchet. Now she in your ear. This is ear. Every time you see him, and he just looking like, she just won't ever shut up. Men don't like that. It's okay to be feisty at times or when it's cute or whatever, but having a soft space to land, a place where it's okay for them to not be completely buffed up and masculine. They can just be themselves. It's okay to shed a tear. Nobody's going to look at them weird for crying or getting emotional. Them giving them a place to feel loved. Basically allowing the man to be able to feel all the emotions that he may be uncomfortable feeling or showing out in public because he's expected to be a strong or black man or whatever. Especially a strong black man because they're not even supposed to have emotions, I guess. Men have emotions. I don't know if nobody didn't know that, but men do have emotions. And you shouldn't be calling a man weak or sassy for having emotions. One thing you don't want is a man who doesn't have emotions, because that means he can't feel you. He can't be empathetic to your feelings. It's not possible for him to care because he can't feel anything. You want a man who has emotions. You want a man who feels things, who really cares and can love and cry about that, because that means he really loves you. Don't expect a man to be hard all the time. That is draining. Imagine trying to walk around with that face full of makeup all the time and you can't never wash it off. Your face will be dirty. That's how they feel. At some point, they just want to take off the mask and just, they had a bad day. They just want to be able to lay down and cry. Have somebody to woo-woo on their shoulders and nobody going to be like, what you whining for? You a man. You strong. Just deal with it. Don't nobody want to hear that. And I think that's what a big part of nurturing is. It's not just making them food. It's not just having sex with them to make them feel better. It's not just being sexy. It's not just rubbing his back and his feet. That's parts of it. But the mental and emotional, you being a support for them where others can't be. So he can feel comfortable talking to you about things that he can't tell anybody. And maybe even if you don't, or he doesn't need a resolution or need you to say anything, but just to listen to him and not feel judged and not feel like he's not man enough for feeling whatever he's feeling or thinking. Nurturing is also pumping him up, oh, that's good, baby. And we like, okay, whatever, that's good. You're so nice, just being a support for our men, especially our black men, lifting them up, telling them they can do it, and then being also feeding into them what they may not know they have or can do. That's what women, we the backbone. We be like, baby, you can do this and you can do that. We be coming up with all sorts of ideas and let's do this, that, and the third. What they say, behind every strong man there's a woman. Come on now, we know that we the ones giving them all the ideas and giving them the things, and then they go out there doing it and they be like, the women was running this the whole time. That's being a nurturer. Knowing him, listening to him, and actually understand, not expecting him not to have any emotions or feelings. That's not fair. He's a human being. Men have emotions and feelings too. They're okay, and it's okay for them to have it. It's not sassy for a man to say how he feels. Stop making them feel bad for having emotions. That's when you have men blow up and start beating on people or blowing up and shooting people because they holding up all this aggression and emotion that people won't allow them to release it unless it's in some sort of violent or sexual manner. That's stupid. Let him express his emotions however he needs to express them. As long as he ain't coming in there like, girl, let me tell you what happened. Because you know that means something else. That's not what I mean. You know what I mean. If he need to cry a little bit, he get a little upset and he like, babe, this what happened. Like, you sassy because you complaining. You said, what you mean you had to do this, that, and the third? It's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with a man having emotions. Let them have their emotions. And you nurture those emotions, make them feel better, whatever they may need. Then you give them a massage. Then you give them their plate of food. Or you give them their plate of food while you talk about these emotions. And then you give them a massage, foot massage, back massage. And then you can make love. But don't use making love as a way of, because I always see these videos where women be like, how I get my man to feel better. Because he tossing and turning. But why is he tossing and turning? You just had sex with him to put him to sleep. That wasn't really helping him, was it? It was putting him to sleep so he can stop moving around and annoying you. But why was he tossing and turning? There was something on his mind. And boiling men down to just sex and food is just degrading and rude. Because the good men, the ones who really want a commitment, the ones who really want to marry you, who really want to be there, who really want to get to know you, have more substance. So there's something that he may need to talk about. There's something that's bothering him. Don't just F him and put him to sleep. That guy gonna find somebody else to have this conversation with. And then later on you be like, well, why didn't you tell me? Sometimes we gotta pull that information out. They men. They're not always gonna be like, babe. Sometimes they might not be. You're like, baby, what's wrong? And make them feel comfortable telling you things or wanting to tell you stuff. But don't just boil them down and, oh, they need to eat and have some sex. That's all. That's not all men need. That's why a lot of them are acting the way they act, because they don't realize that they need so much more. They don't realize that they walk around with a lot of mommy issues. They don't realize that they don't actually know how to treat women. They don't realize that they're narcissistic. They don't realize that they're arrogant. They don't even know, because they have these expectations where as long as you masculine and you go to work and you come home, then you a good man, Savannah. Nobody's digging any deeper. If somebody in his family, his sister or somebody pointed out the fact, okay, did you ever get any counseling or anything because what happened with your mom? Because, you don't want to carry any of that to a relationship and just being like, oh, my brother, he go to work and he's nice. I would date him if he wasn't my brother. Dude all messed up in the head, emotionally and everything. Because nobody wants to dig any deeper. Anybody has any comments? Get out of here. Anybody has any comments, questions, concerns, or you just want to be a part of the conversation? I would love to hear you guys' thoughts at in the comment section. Please be respectful. I don't want nobody arguing, going back and forth. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Okay? We're here to have a conversation. I want it to be a learning and a better experience for us, coming together and really being good to each other, men and women alike and men alike. Because I also don't like how women be against each other too. We are not in competition, lady. We're not. We're all fighting the wrong enemy. Let me say this. The enemy got men fighting women, women fighting men, men fighting men, women fighting women, white fighting black, black fighting white, Russian fighting Ukraine, Trump fighting whoever and everybody. He got everybody fighting each other. We all need to be fighting him. We're all fighting the wrong enemy. So, don't be fighting down there. Even if somebody want to say something and they want to put their face on the video and you want to put your little 2 cents in there, hey, record something, send it to my email, and I will edit your face right on into the video. Why not? Let's do this as a community, right? So I hope that this was insightful. and funny and just fun and conversation for us to have. Like, subscribe, comment, email me. I'm still doing the free giveaways. I am going to do a video at some point, maybe tomorrow. I try each lip gloss so you can see what it looks like on. I'm doing a free giveaway for the first 3 people. I have 1 person who emailed me. Thank you. 2 more people get a free package of stuff. Like I said, go to the other video. You can learn about that. But if you want to purchase anything, you can also email me about that. I can make things custom made. You could email me and I can come up with something custom made for you. It doesn't have to be scented. If you have sensitive skin and you don't want anything with a scent, I can keep it without a scent. Thank you for listening to the super duper duper long video. And I hope that my story and what I have learned help some other young ladies learn something so you do not make the same mistakes I did. Have a blessed evening, day, morning, whatever time you're watching this. Like, subscribe, share, comment, email, all that great stuff. All the information is going to be in the description box. And thank you guys.